with my take on relationship. What does the Bible says when it comes to marriage and friendship and whatever? What does the Bible say? What is the Constitution saying? What is the culture of our land saying? Ladies and gentlemen, then the Bible ne can power there when you country. Then a man can Constitution make and then a mission for a power there and in country. Ghana for me, where Counselor Little from every day of your life, you have to get my take on relationship, how to manage your relationship, how to marry well, how to do things the right way in marriage, how to have a child. This is yours truly, Counselor Little. Join me on my YouTube, Counselor Little. Join me on my Facebook Live with Counselor Little. Join me on my Instagram, Counselor Little. And let's have my take on relationship issues. Should we die in a dying relationship? No. Marriage is not a destination, but a transition. How you make it belongs to you. Join me right now. See ya. So time so. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
And when to do what you want to do. A lot of us have missed that particular important care and understanding for ourselves. Once again, let me take this opportunity to say thank you for those of you who joined church today. It was an awesome time. It was a good time in church. And I was blessed. I don't know about you. In the month of October, one of the things I'm learning is learning that I will be able to achieve a double portion of whatever I'm looking forward for, especially in the land where there are plenty, but a lot of people are struggling with few. May I not be part of those who are struggling with few, but may I become part of those who have the plenty to give out there. Once again, welcome. And Ginger Honey Chips is a product that is produced by Counselor George Luttrell. Ginger Honey Chips is in everywhere that it must be. So if you're watching me this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever you are, based on your time frame, then you accept my greetings in all humility and all respect. That you can order your own now, especially if you find yourself in Africa, in Ghana. Just send a WhatsApp right now to 0277-609-644, 0277-609-644. Send it right now and you can have yours delivered to you whilst you pay for the delivery cost. In the same way, if you are in America, you are in UK, in any other part of the world, all you need to do is to call 862-215-2007, 862-215-2007, 862-215-2007. I have one here in the US, very expensive. Well, I don't know what you call expensive, because in the US, this one is not expensive at all. It's my snack and it's very expensive. Well, that's okay. That's what somebody is saying. I don't know where you got it from, but this is my own. And proceeds or profit margin on this one is about 48 cents per the filing of taxes. You know, it's almost close to 50 cents. Yes, for one each per the export cost and everything. And at the end of the day, and we file taxes on behalf of our foundation. The profit out of this is what we use to support people living with cerebral palsy children in Sumuba in Ghana. These are part of the income that we use to support them. So if you buy ginger honey chips, especially if you buy my own, you are supporting a worthy cause. And this worthy cause is to help people living with diabetes, people living with mild stroke, widows, and cerebral palsy children, and any other person who have needs in their life that we need to help them with. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I got one from A&H. That's true. That's true. In Jersey, A&H restaurant, Nanaya Bem 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 Bem. One of the best restaurants in New Jersey. If you get one from her, you are supporting a worthy cause. And Nanaya sells this for us, not for profit, but to support our foundation because she's a member of our foundation. Nanaya, thank you very much. If you're in Jersey, please make sure you go to A&H restaurant to eat. And the address, I'm far from it, but my brother, you can write the address right now. Permission is granted to you to write the address at the wood. What's it? Blackwood Clementon. Yes, Blackwood Clementon. Please put the address, full address there. Any type of food you want, Ghanaian, Jamaican food, go to Bem Bem, Bem Bem, Bem Bem, Nanaya of all, and she will provide the food for you. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me welcome all of you and told you from the beginning of the year, I've been treating anger management. Saturday, something happened at UTV and we are seeing footages of it. I was just excited and happy that when it was happening, there was no reaction from the other side, not because they are weaker people, but based on what A Plus said. If truly speaking, the story was that A Plus was there before the incident happened. It could have been a clash and it could have been bloody by now. That is not what we want. It is far away from what we are expecting from our celebrities and our fans that we follow. Fights and misunderstanding and quarrels have never been the best way of living. So I've been treating anger management. And I say anger is an emotion antagonized by our own thoughts and feelings. So anger is not a demon. It is a good servant, but can be a bad master. Whatever happened, I saw another video, someone said that the reaction of what really happened at UTV was as a result of what A Plus did by tearing a particular letter that came to him. But I remember that the reason why A Plus tore the letter, which is not a justification for what somebody is saying on social media, was that he said the letter was addressed to them and signed by the director of finance instead of the director of communication. So he didn't see the viability of the letter that they received. If the letter was signed by the director of communication of the MPP party, they will understand. But the director of finance deals with finances within the party circle. So they didn't see whether the letter truly was coming from NPP and with the content that they gave as well. So I think that is what he said brought him up to be able to tear it into pieces. Remember, winter is here. Winter is gradually coming. The summer is leaving us. When I say us, those of us who are going to the US or are in the US or live in the US, because the summertime, majority of us decided not to do the ginger honey chips because it was hot, it was spicy. But now that the summer is going gradually, because summer ends locally by September ending. So now that it's going down from us, I'm expecting that something better will happen to the rest of us in the place. Ladies and gentlemen, I have nothing to say than to start my lecture for today. And when I'm starting lecture for today, I want you to learn this one. Remember that these actions that happened and the reaction from A Plus is not anything that we want to jump home about, but it will not help us do what we are supposed to do. Ladies and gentlemen on Facebook, I welcome all of you. Can you please share the page and invite a friend that the School of Marriage and Relationship is here. And today we're starting at 6:26. And we have maximum 1 hour, 90 minutes to spend here. We want to be sure that we'll do 90 minutes. So come early, don't come late. So when you come last, your questions will drag us to go and finish it here. Please TikTok, can you invite a friend to join me right now? Thank all of you who have been giving us gifts and giving us badges. It is good. It's very encouraging. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. More viewers should join us on TikTok and call Efia Schwarzenegger, call Gifty Adoye, call all the people you know, because the topic we are going to discuss today, I think that a lot of us will not have the patience enough to accommodate. But I said when I started the year, all I was saying is that anger must be managed properly. So anger management was my key word when I started the year. Those of you who are following me on Facebook, I said if we have to go to election 2024, the best thing that we need to happen to us is for us to learn how to be patient and how to manage our anger. Anger management is a key word when it comes to practicing these things that we are all hoping to have peaceful election. Once again, respect is one of the things we are going to discuss here today. And anger is one of the issues that we have had challenge with. Please invite a friend now and tell all the friends we are here. We're on TikTok and we're on Facebook. The topic begins. Should a husband apologize to a wife? Should a husband apologize to a wife? Let us start sharing now. Can we share now? Don't worry, you share now. Let your share go now. Can we go now? Thank you very much. They have started writing. They have started writing. I've seen some plenty yes, a long yes from the usual. Abna Sugar Crash, my dear, welcome. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you so much for holding us down on TikTok. Thank you that within your busy schedule, you share love and share time with us. You start with us and you end with us. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Abra Crash Sugar to our TikTok School of Marriage and Relationship. Hey. Abra, we are clapping for you. Welcome. Can we invite our friends to be part of our talk show right now? Can we invite them? Let your invitation go now. I'm doing that right now. That is why you look as if I'm losing concentration, but I'm trying to share the page. Thank you very much. I know you're humbled. It's good. I mean, you've been very consistent, very supportive, very encouraging. You give me gifts, you encourage me, you ask questions, you give constructive criticisms, and it goes down well with me. It's just like on Facebook. I have Miss Akuya who comes to read my messages and comes to show love in the place. Now the support is down because she is down somewhere. I think she's doing politics. Now she's met Alan Chiramantin, she's met Kennedy Jipon. Hey, now the girl is big, but she's still there. Okay, if you are free and you join us, we'll let you read messages, even if the messages will come. But if you're watching me, don't stay quiet. Can we share the page? I'm doing that now. I'm sharing the pages so I can invite other people to join us. You to share the page right now. Facebook, please share the page. And those of you who are on TikTok, you can always get me by subscribing to my my YouTube page, Counselor Luto TV. And the same way, if you're watching me, you can also do same by following me on Facebook, because the pages are many. We are building a family. It's not just one-sided. We've done well with TikTok. We are building a family right now. Yes, I wanted to ask those of you who have been using TikTok for a longer time, if there's anybody who does more education on TikTok. As a matter of fact, I had a student, I had a teacher when I was last year when I was in America. A teacher promised to teach me more about TikTok when I land in Ghana. And I got back to Ghana and my lecture didn't go on until I started TikTok again. So I really want to learn more about TikTok and what I need to do, because I don't even know how to even save my videos now. They tell you download, and when you finish, I can't find it. So I'll be very excited if somebody can come up and say, yes, I'm a teacher in TikTok and I'll be ready to learn. Even if I have to pay a fee to learn from the person, I'm ready to do, because I want to do it the way it has to be done well. Now we are doing well, because when we started, the slightest thing we are blocked, the slightest thing we have done this. I mean, too many things we are doing, but I think we've learned it now. Say a bit can say kwasia ye can trim ye nko kan brofo. almost one can hobby. It's answer ye preach kurani ye can someone say identity ye preaching ye can the NCC ye can. So we are learning gradually. So if you're good at TikTok and you're good at doing what I'm doing and you know much about it, I'm ready to come and learn from your end as well. So thank you for your support. I'm grateful you came through for me today. If you didn't come through, who could have been here? It is you who have come with your own credits and your own data. Thank you so much. Doreen Akuya-Free, thank you for joining me. You are the first to join me. Hey, my God. Then I'm in trouble today. Once Doreen has come to join, then there's going to be trouble in the house. So now let's share the pic together and let's invite a friend, wherever you are. Share with somebody. Should the husband apologize to a wife is our topic. And we are discussing from the point of understanding what marriage is all about. Most of us, we don't have understanding for what marriage is. In the first place, somebody will ask, what is respect? What is respect? So usually when I ask for the word respect, we want to look at it well. So who is a wife? Who is a husband? What are they? Is it just a common person in the life of any other person? So we are discussing husband and wife here, and we are looking at how, whether a wife should expect a husband to apologize to her. Yes, we are all human beings, and that we can't lose the facts from it. But marriage changes is a change of status. And once there's a change of status, there's a change of address. When people's status are changed and you don't recognize the state of their life, and you believe we're former students and we're calling ourselves Bogoyoyo, Yogo Yugu. I mean, we give our guy names. There are people who attended the same school with His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana. Not forgetting the same who are close friends to our Vice President, Mahmoud Bawumia, His Excellency. But when it comes to spaces that they find themselves, they will not address themselves as old schoolmates anymore. Sometimes some words cannot be used. So I believe that when people attain a certain title and a certain position in their lives, we need to accord them the respect that is due the position, regardless of who we are in their lives. Whether you are a child, you are a husband, you are a wife, whoever you are, when an individual around you attain a certain level of recognition, everybody is referring to the person as His Excellency. And you think because you are a wife, a child, a husband, you will not address them as such, especially in their operating of their offices. It brings a lot of mayhem, a lot of pain to the title that has been given to the person. For example, if your husband has been ordained and even not gazetted to have a public status, or your husband has been ordained as a reverend minister and everybody is referring to him as reverend, as pastor, or whatever title, and you who know him to be Kweku, regardless of where you find yourself, you should say, but you really said that I mean, we address them because we think that the status change doesn't affect our personality and doesn't affect who we are in their lives. We should learn to give respect to whom respect is due when it comes to title. So when it comes to the word respect and comes to the word love, these two words has different forms and different meanings, and majority of us have come a long way to believe in the meanings and these words that we have been sharing. But somebody says that when it comes to the word respect, the word itself has power in it. So somebody say, what does respect mean? Treating someone with respect means showing regard to their abilities and worth, valuing their feelings and their views, even if you don't necessarily agree with them, accepting them on an equal basis and giving them the same consideration you will expect for yourself. Respect begins with oneself. This is an article that I read somewhere and I thought, let me share it with you. Somebody believed that respect begins with yourself. So, like they say, if you respect me, I'll respect you. It has become a common word that everybody is running with. But I am here to give you a different view about what I believe it is. It doesn't mean that what I believe it is what it is. No, 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 no. Far from that. No, far from that one. Because you see, there are different meanings of respect. And somebody says there are two very different types of respect. Respect for a person as a human being, and respect for a person as an authority. So let's watch it here. Respect for a human being as a person, and respect for a human being as an authority. So there are people that you respect them because he is Kweku Menu. And at the same time, the other form of respect for him is that Kweku Menu has become Honorable Kweku Menu, MP for Wogowogo district. Do you get what I'm saying? So he is an ordinary person that you give respect to because he's Kweku Menu. He's your mate. You were playing together. We all live in the same community. We were bathing on the street together. What have we done before? We have been common to each other before. Before he became whatever he is, ask him. Yeah, we know it. But now he has become. So respect is also defined as giving respect to a person and giving respect to the person who has attained an authority. I don't know if that one is going down with us. Because we come to a point and say, who are you? Have you changed? There's a common funny way of addressing people. When people say, you didn't address me like that, like joke, but it becomes one of the loose statements that comes out of us. Some are joke, but some are very, very hurting. That you address a person without their title, without their authority, without what has been given to them acquired by virtue of what they do. And I'm saying that respect is, I've told you the first definition. Start from yourself. But if I'm starting to respect myself, I am Reverend Counselor George Lutrot, away from George Lutrot. So my mates, those who I was in school with, who have also grown in their own field, in their own endeavor, and have become whatever they are, they can meet me and they call me my straight name without giving respect to the authority that I have attained. I find out that they don't have respect for me because I wouldn't do that to them. I will not. I will not do that to them. Why? Because it is imperative on me to also know that they are serving under a certain authority. And there are times that when people walk to you, for example, you meet Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and he was called Addo Guy when the two of you were in school in far back the 1960s. Then you meet His Excellency at an event where cameras are on you. Then you go like, hey, Addo Guy. What have you done to yourself? The protocol should do something to you, and that is where the protocol around you will have to shut you down because you can't do that. You cannot do that. Her Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo will never come in public and come and call his husband. No, he won't do that. He won't do it. None of his children would do that. They won't do it. The fact that your father is the president of the Republic of Ghana doesn't mean that you have immunity not to address him as such. The daughter of the president cannot read a speech calling him my father without addressing him as His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, my father. So I'm saying that the respect is two ways. It is respecting a person and also coming to a position of respecting a person for an authority that is on him. We use the same words, but in different contexts. People often talk about people without trying to understand that he was this and now have become this. So when I'm talking about respect today, I want us to know these two types of respect. So let me give you the other ones I wrote are this. We have personhood. A personhood gets respect by virtue of birth. Simple. By birth. So it's straight. Then we have the one that is earned by authority in a position over others. You are being given a position, and marriage is a position. To be a wife is a position. To be a husband is a position. It is not by birth. You are not born as a husband. You are not born as a wife. So immediately somebody gets married and gets the position of Mr. and Mrs. There's a change of status. So once your status changes, the way you are addressed is changed, and respect must also change. Then we have honor. It is also earned and it is given. Like, for example, the CEO of 3G Media Awards has been honored as His Excellency Ambassador from the UN. So right now, we address him as His Excellency. Yes, he's earned it. He's earned it. It's all of us are party. And unfortunately, when the MC, after the man ended the thing and then he was being addressed, the man who came to confer the surprise on him he's also His Excellency. And when the MC was introducing him, he mentioned his name straight without giving him that authority. You would think it's nothing, but he brought his attention that you didn't call me. Yes. So when people earn a certain title, we need to honor them by respecting the title on them. And today, our topic is, should a husband apologize to a wife? We are addressing two people, but we are also going to talk about respect in general. Because this type of respect I'm talking about, you earn at birth, you earn by it being honored unto you, you earn at it being an authority that you are working under. So by virtue of where you're working, you get a title. Please, do you understand me? So I have given you the definition of respect, and I've said it in 3 different categories. There will be more. A lot of people will see a lot of meanings for that, for what you call for the word respect in different way. But because it's within our topic for today, that our question is, should a husband literally apologize to a wife? Because, and I saw a long yes, you saw it. I don't know if you saw it, but I saw a long yes that was typed earlier on. And I want us to start the conversation now. TikTokers, welcome. Facebook, welcome. And I think it's only Doreen that I have here. The yes just came again. We'll get into the chat now. I'll pick you so that you share with us what it means. But who is a husband and who is a wife? Let's start the conversation. Your definitions are brought to you by Ginger Honey Chips, the chips of the season. You can get yours now on 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. And that is the number you can reach us on if you want to order your Ginger Honey Chips everywhere you are. There is Ginger Honey Chips in UK. There's Ginger Honey Chips in the United States of America. The Ginger Honey Chips in Germany as I speak to you now. And the Ginger Honey Chips in Ghana as well. So as I speak to you now, if you want Ginger Honey Chips, just do any of the calling and it will become okay. So counselor, I live here on the page. I am live here on the page, sending you love from Canada. Wow. Let me see, who is that? Someone say is live here on the page, sending me love from Canada. Well, thank you very much. What's the name? Okay, so when we start reading messages, when Abner comes on TikTok, we read messages. Godwin, Abner, Godwin, and then we have 3 people who read for us. If any of them come, we'll keep on. We'll start reading the message. Facebookers, can we share the page and invite people? Let's come. Let's do at least 500 people to come into the School of Marriage and Relationship. When I start a topic, it will be difficult for me to go and be reading one after the other, whatever it is. Well, it is not anything. I think since the last time that we had these reported block, and we are recovering quietly, Facebook, the number has sincerely dropped down. But we'll come back. We'll come back to it. I mean, it happens to us once a while, and we will take it from that place. But share the page and bring a friend who doesn't understand. There's a lot of confusion and conflict between spouses right now. So who is a husband? Can I have your definition for a husband? Who is a husband? Who is a wife? If you're on Facebook, you can click on the link and we will pick you up and join us live if you want to be part of our live transmission. And if you're on TikTok, keep sending your invite and I'll pick you up into them. Who is a husband? Can we have a definition for a husband? Who is a husband? Who is a husband? From your own understanding, who is a husband? Sorry. Who is a husband? What does it mean to be a husband? I don't know who is there to write for us. If you have your own there, let me hear you. Let me hear who a husband is. So a husband is a man in a marital relationship who may also be referred to as a spouse. So a husband is the male in a marital relationship. So the male in marriage is called a husband. And the head of the family, the Bible says that another passage or the Bible says that a husband is the head of his family and the head of his wife. So the head of a man in a relationship is called a husband. So it's a hus and a band. So it's a band over the wife. So that is a husband. Any other definition for a husband? Who is a husband? Anybody else have any definition for a husband? These are my definitions. Anybody else has a definition for a husband? Let me read it for you wherever you are. So who is a husband? What's your personal definition of who a husband is? If you have any definition for who a husband is, let us know about it and I will read it for you. Until I get my readers coming to read, I'll read it myself until they are free to come and join me to read. So who is a husband? Because we are saying, should a wife apologize to a husband? Should a husband apologize to a wife? So ladies and gentlemen, shall we clap our hands as we welcome Abner Crash? Abner Broni. Hey, Edimbi say Edimbi. Thank you very much for joining us, and we've started picking you up. So what is your definition of who a husband is? And what's your definition of who a wife is? Because a husband means a leader in the marriage relationship. So the leader of every marriage is a husband. That is it. So who is a husband in your own definition? Let me get your definitions right now. As Abner Sugar Crash just came. Abner, lovely. Welcome once again. Thank you very much for coming to join us. Thank you so much for coming to join us. It's been a long time. I mean, it's about 4 days now. I've not been able to hear from any of you. Yeah. You see, that's how they
You've not been coming live, or have you been coming?
No, I've not come. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Charlie. That's a game. As I don't come on TikTok, it means that, you see, so I have a family on TikTok that I only come and hear them talking to me on TikTok. Hey, we are sick. See how the world is. If I don't come on TikTok, Charlie, they don't look for me. Well, that's just by the way. Charlie, I'm building a family from, oh, Jesus. Every time you are calling Jesus. Or why your body being grab? Thank you very much for joining me. So, who is a husband? Who is a wife to you? So we are defining who a husband is. If you are here, so welcome. Adia Pena, thank you very much for joining me far away from Saudi Arabia. Nana Sewa, thank you for coming to joining me as well. Once again, Doreen Equia Free, thank you for being on Facebook. Let's share the page. I mean, if even you're on TikTok, please rush and go to my Facebook and share the page to invite a friend, so that those who don't have TikTok, they can go and learn something. There's a lot of learning we are doing. Even though I've not been live on TikTok, those of you who are following me, I brought a lot of conversation on TikTok. And let me tell you, so one funny thing that happened there, I was sitting there and my wife just started sending me a lot of this. They say, you are saying you just came on TikTok. I said, yes. So my senior wife said, go and check. Your videos have trend on TikTok than any other person. People have mimicked your videos, the things you have said. Whilst you were not on TikTok, people were using your things on TikTok. So you should be awarded to be one of the people who have a long-standing, what do you call it, conversation on TikTok. I say, yeah. Then she started sending the things. So at least you've done well. I appreciate your effort on TikTok. Can you go to Facebook and share? Facebook is an old school. We understand. But we also need to release the education in the place. Usually, most of this content I do, I find it so difficult to retain what I do on what do you call it, on TikTok. So if I even want to go back to refer to what I taught you on TikTok, I can't find it. I don't know if I don't know how to do it, but I can't find it. I seem to say immediately you finish TikTok, the lecture goes off. And that's difficult.
Yeah, it's true. It
yes,
stay, yeah.
That's difficult. Yes, so we don't have the content. So how will somebody else come to hear what you did, you taught? But Facebook, I have that particular place to keep it. So let's not just stay on TikTok, because some of the things at times you want to go back to refer. So if you watch me carefully, when I come back to post some of the nuggets and some of the things I say, I have to go back to Facebook for. So that's why I do both. And that is double data. But I'm okay.
Yeah.
And when I finish, it goes back on YouTube. So I was doing 3: TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And somebody says, concentrate on one. No, I learned. I don't know if I don't know how to do it. But all the things you share with me on TikTok, people come to give us life experiences. They share with us. Every time we come, there is somebody who has an example. But we don't have it. We lose it. So if Abuna doesn't come to watch, if Anita doesn't come to watch, if Bismarck doesn't come to watch, when they leave the scene, the knowledge and all the things I shared is gone. But on Facebook, it's not so. So have both, so you can refer to somebody. Have both, so that when somebody is going through a challenge, the last time counselor taught something, go and watch. You can't do that on TikTok. So don't neglect your Facebook page. Please search for me. Follow me on Facebook. Counselor Lutwak like page. Request for friendship. Every year I delete 2,000 and bring back 2,000 because my 5,000 is gone on the block. Thank you, Dina. Welcome. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I delete it and I leave it there. So you can always be there with me as well. Facebook, can we share and invite a friend? Just go and do the link. Link with somebody. Go on your WhatsApp pages. Put it there. That is why I know there are strange people who come. They don't know who I am. They will come and be insulting me, but that's okay. I understand. It's okay. No, I'm okay with it. I have enough patience that will not get finished now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's learn it. I have learned from a lot of people by what they did before I came back. And there are times I'm working on TikTok, I'm still learning. Then I go and see someone is doing live. When I click, they say, counselor is here. I don't know how they got to know I'm here. But last time I went on Anita's show, Anita was doing something and I went there. Then said, hey, counselor, what about the And I went to say what I want to say. Like the way Afia Schwarzenegger came here to say what he want to say. But whatever Afia said, every content she shared with us, we lost it. Let's not neglect Facebook. It is a good place for us to go and learn as well. I appreciate all of you who have come to join me on TikTok, and appreciate those of you too on Facebook. I love you and I'll forever love you. Thank you very much. When you're ready to read for me, I'll be ready to also go with you. So we've done who is a husband, who is a wife. Who is a wife? Now, if we say that a husband is the male in a marriage setting and the head in when it comes to marriage, then who is a wife? Can we have your personal definition here? I love when people are defining by their own selves. Like, so I've opened the lines, I've opened the floor. So you can start telling now who a wife is in your own language, who a husband is. Remember, our topic for discussion is, should a husband apologize to a wife? And I'll give you so many analysis so you can have a positive discourse, so that your conversation will become very seasoned, so that your conversation will become balanced. You have all the right to add emotions to it. I am not against you adding emotions. No, add emotions. But let's not cross the boundary of fighting. I think last time it didn't go down well with somebody saying something and one lady pastor something came and one another. No, when you go wrong, I'll tell you go wrong. Like today I was in church and one lady who says she's called Zion daughter came at church and came to blast me very well that I'm not a pastor. And then I didn't say anything bad to her. I just told her that if you know a fake man of God, know that every fake man of God has a fake God over them. And their fake God can come and affect you fakely. So be careful. If you believe in only your pastor and you come on live and someone is doing their life and you think you don't believe in what they're doing, just go to your somewhere, because it's easy for you to encounter a curse instead of a blessing. I just educated her and warned her that she should not do that again, because we don't give respect to each other. No matter what happens, let's learn that respect is key, and let's learn how to manage our temper as well. So who is a wife? From me, where I said a wife is a woman in a marital relationship. So the woman in a marital relationship is called a wife, and the man in a marital relationship is called a husband. Both of them are called spouse. One of the things you should learn is that the husband is the leader of the marital relationship. So it is not the wife who is a leader. Anytime a wife is leading marriage, it is an error. So I've started my lecture. Let me go and check. I have to be checking my WhatsApp too as well. Because there are times when I hit full like that, there becomes Asem Kesiaba. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, thank you very much. So I mean, I like it. It's from the back office. It's called the back office, the talk back. So I'm saying that a husband is the leader. Every time from my lecture, I started, my friend B will say, a wife is a husband's money eater. So then, so where's Ekuya? Can you come and get a link and read messages for me on Facebook? But this one is coming from Dina. Dina says that the definition of a wife is that a friend says, a wife, it says, my friend B says. Dina, I know this is not from you, but your friend said it. Your friend says, a wife is a husband's money eater. What a definition. A wife is a husband's money. I said, I met, there's this girl that I admire so much. I love her so much, just that unfortunately for her, she doesn't understand what love is, but I admire her so much. She made a statement and I took time to understand it. She said, if God comes and God is creating her and asks that they are finished as women and want to make you a man, what will she tell God? She says she would never allow God to make her a man. She would tell God, if women are finished, then please God, make me a dog. And I found it like, why will you say that? Then she explained to me that if you are a man, you suffer too much. But if you are a woman, really, you are a man's money eater. And if you don't get to be a woman and become a dog, even when your master finish eating, they will give you a bone. Men suffer too much. Everything we work for it. Everything we fight for it. I go through the whole of the month and nobody gives me anything without working for it. Sorry. But tell me sorry, thank you. But I meet women who have really not done anything for me. And I'm touched to give them something because they look beautiful. They are well dressed. I like their hair. I meet them at restaurants. They are going to buy food, and the way they are comporting themselves, I say, "Wow, can I buy for you? Can I pay for you?" You know. So there was this funny story, not funny but very educative story. Let me share it with you this morning. I read it when I finished church today. I went to a certain big man's page, one of the richest people in the world, and he was giving us an example that he was going to buy. And was in the queue. How do you call when you buy from the window? How do you call it? Oh, it's not window shop. When you go to McDonald's, drive through. Thank you very much. That's why. Crassifort say the drive through. I don't know where there's a restaurant that is called drive through, but drive through. So he was in a drive through making an order, and there was a lady in the car behind him who hooted the horn. Pa, pa, what are you buying at all? What at all are you buying? What at all are you buying? Oh, Doreen, you say it's difficult for you to join. Is your internet that strong? There are times that the internet could do the same. Click on it again, and let me see if it's not. Go off and come back again. Try. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, it's difficult at times to join, but do that and let's see. Sorry. So when a lady hooted, pa pa pa, he didn't say anything. He was throwing the hands. What are you buying at all? And he drove forward to the next booth to pay. And by then, the lady has finished ordering. So because he is 122, the next order is 123. And the man said, I'm paying for both 122 and 123. Then he paid for both of them. So when the lady drove and got there, they said, oh, the man has, you pay in McDonald's, you pay from one booth and you collect the food in the second booth. So when he paid and told the lady, they told the lady that one in front of you have paid for your meal. Then he did, Papa, thank you, happy, God bless you, was making noise. When the man got to where they collect the food, he collected the food. He said, 121, 122.
No, dear.
And he showed the receipt and they gave. And they gave him the tube. Then he drove off. Can't see the lady. You can't make noise because the man paid for 122, 123, and he has collected 122, 123, and he has left. Now come and see, Papa, my food. The man said he drove off and went to stand at the other lane and was watching her. She has to go and start again to do a new order. Now, what is the moral lesson? What is the moral lesson behind this? Because usually you are hooting at the person. You are wasting our time. And you don't care who is in front of you. I know my rights. You don't know what is happening. It's just like His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa got pissed off with a king or a chief who didn't get up to the national anthem because of the toll of our fathers, and later discovered that the man was sick but wanted to honor him when he was coming to the area. There are times we might be acting towards people we don't know. The man paid for the food and collected the food and made the lady went to start all over again in another queue. What is the moral lesson? I'm still thinking about what I should learn from this thing. Seriously. I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking since morning. Because the man paid. And once the man paid, she was excited, saying thank you in a glass. Now the man collected what he has paid for. Whether he will eat it, he will not eat it, he has taught the lady a certain level of lesson. Go and start again from the beginning. There are times that you don't know the help somebody is rendering you. Even that time the guy is spending there. Let's be careful the way we treat people who are ahead of us. So a wife is a husband's money eater. Thank you very much, Dina. I like that particular one you brought. Dory, you can do and try and see if you can get in touch again. Yes, you think there's a network. Yes, when the network is not strong, getting the link is very, very, very difficult. So, who is a wife to you? Definition of a wife, definition of a husband. I've not heard from you, Abna. Can you define for us who a husband is?
A husband, in my dictionary, the head of a marriage who performs his duty in the home.
Hey, Abrano no.
Yes.
Or the other fra. Say it again. What the Amaya to four bro. Say it again.
A husband is the head in the marriage who performs his duties as a husband, as a man.
Okay. So
and the wife, and the wife is a help maid of the head of the family who takes care of the home.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Abner's definition comes with a role play as well. That's why I was laughing. Because the man is the head, like she said, and takes care of the family. So Abner is looking at you as a husband who doesn't provide. Forget it. To argue. Let's say you are just there, rubber stamp. A husband is the head of a family. This is coming from Obi Doba. Okay.
Pastor, I want to add mine to what our sister just said.
Go ahead, Nana Sewa.
When you go to the Bible,
hallelujah.
God said that I think Genesis chapter 18 to say it's not good for a man to live alone. I will make him a helper to suit him. That means the man is the husband. And then the helper is the wife.
Okay.
And when you go to, I think, Proverbs, God said that who find a man who funded the wife find a good thing.
That's right.
Obtain favor from the Lord.
That's true.
So the husband have to do his duty well, and the wife will come and join and help him. Like what you are doing, your wife have to support you. It's the form of helping you to succeed what you are about to do.
That's true.
Or you are in that to do.
That's true.
So the husband, if you are a husband and you come provide, and the woman is providing, you have to be thank God for the woman. But nowadays, men get a woman and who is forceful, but they take them for granted.
Oh, sorry so for men.
Please,
that's your definition. Wow. Nana Sewa, I like your definition and the explanation, because Nana Sewa started from the book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 18. The Bible said that for the Lord God said to the man, it is not good for the man to be alone. I'll make for you a helper suitable for you. So she's saying that the wife is a helper suitable for a husband. And the Bible says in the book of Proverbs, the same way, Nana Sewa too goes back again to tell us that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So, so her definition from the point of the Bible, biblically, she's brought us that men can only find favor when they find a wife. That is what she just brought to our notice. And I think she's not wrong, because in the book of Proverbs chapter 18 verse number 18, that Proverbs chapter 18 verse number 22, that is what she says. So she used Genesis chapter 2 verse 18 and Proverbs chapter 18 verse 22. It says, he who finds a wife finds what is good and receive favor from the Lord. So a husband is a man walking on earth without favor from the Lord. But when find a wife, finds favor from God. So if you are a man and you don't have a wife, you have the favor of God to live on earth, but you don't have the favor of God to become prosperous. Because when you get a wife, you find favor with God. Nana Sewa, I like your definition. Abner, there is a message that has just come. You can read for us some messages on the platform. God bless you too. So Nana Sewa, be there. Let's continue the conversation. Man,
Okay,
yeah, go. Good.
Okay, so thank you. There's a message from Gideon. I think he's asking a question. He says, Counselor, please, am I wrong to stop my fiancée picking up strange calls on my phone? She was mad at me.
In the first place, your fiancé doesn't have right over your phone, not even your wife. Because the mobile phone is your phone. And I keep saying this thing every time. For example, me, when I call people, there are people that we have a certain way of responding to each other. So I can call you and say, hey, my lover, I miss you so much. How are you? That is how we do. It might not mean anything. It's just a way of greeting each other. Then all of a sudden, you pick a phone and a strange person has picked the phone. And because you are not at the other side, it's not a video call. For you, you think the same person you've been dealing with is the one who is picking the phone call. So I think it's not right. Nobody has a right to pick somebody's mobile phone call. If it's a landline in the house, if a landline rings, the landline is for the woman. Everybody know I'm calling an office line. But your personal mobile phone, please. If you don't have a password on your phone, among all men and women, you are a stranger among the living. Nobody has right over your phone. There are people you even give them access to watch a particular picture on your phone, and the next time you see, they've gone into your gallery. Now, where am I? That's disrespect. That is disrespect. Now, where am I? Now, anyway, hey, now, phone, who did the Trump say? You ask them to see one picture. You have a wife whose husband just gave them a phone call to go and listen to a phone call. Be a friend. They give her the phone, and before she comes back, hey, hey, would you want? And when you want to phone near to for you, hey, now then I show we are seeing. Hey, my God, because you gave them your phone, nobody has right over anybody's phone. It is your PIN, personal identification number. And for that matter, if you are privileged that somebody gives you respect and hands over their phone to you, please and please again, respect that limit. Me, when my phone is ringing, nobody picks my phone at home. Not even my wife. Neither do you see that my phone is ringing and my wife will call me and say, your phone is ringing. Oh, it's Dina calling you. It's Abna Sweet. Abna Sweet. It's Doreen, my love. Doreen, my love is calling you. Doreen, my love is calling your phone. What should I tell them? No. The man who manufactured the phone gave a default setting called miss call. So allow me to miss a call. And when I come, I'll be able to return the call. But I call a woman and when the phone was ringing, and the next time I heard it, hello, Counselor Utrecht, and I cut the line. Some few minutes back, the wife calls me, the woman calls me and goes like, oh, why did you do that? When you do these things, my husband would think otherwise. I say, your husband, who is your husband? He said, why are you asking me? But my husband is. I said, yes, so what is it? Yeah, he said he picked the call, and when he picked the call, he didn't talk. So he feels like, I said, what does he feel? Jimmy for make us feel straight. Me come for one channel blocking. Jimmy for.
Or Sandy Bibiaba or say she's asking for divorce because I didn't allow her access to my phone.
But you're not married to her. She's a fiancé. Let her go. Oh. Yeah, can't you didn't say my fiancé so I did fiancé. Now fiancé great then. Can you go and check, young man? First and foremost, go and check the definition of a fiancé. We have defined wives, defined husband. Go and check definition of a fiancé. We have a show. I not sure one more minute can welcome. Minister. No, you don't have right over anybody's phone, not even a wife. There is a default setting called miss call. So allow me to miss a call. And usually when they pick the call, they don't tell anything. Hello, Abner Gary Oyobefro. Waste of credit. What did you do for me? No, what did you add to the conversation? After you read the message, I'm coming. But listen, so the lady comes out, and the woman, my friend was so angry that me himself, yeah, they were me here. But me couldn't do sir. No, I've been born. Me say, hey, who couldn't find so? Me pay what you want, come do one, so about Wally. It's a friend, I didn't know. And so to again, my fraud now, I'm fat. Now my tip bear money. I felt like it's a wrong line. So I cut that line off. He said, no, say or no. And why didn't you want to talk to at least greet him? I said, Mechiana, when I greet your husband on your phone, what addition would he add to me waiting for you outside? I'm calling your phone and you are busy. You left the phone and mobile phone to ye jat work or idea. Embody some mentality. Na me jat phone at work or idea wa bonting. Can't you carry your phone? So the husband is angry. So when she came out, look at the level of disrespect she's giving me. She's calling the husband for me to tell the husband that I didn't mean any evil. I told her that, look, I don't want people to disrespect me. And the fact that I call your phone and your husband in his folly picked the call doesn't mean I am wrong. Who was I calling? If he didn't pick the phone, won't you come and see a missed call? So let's learn some things, some protocols. Why do you pick somebody's phone call? Who is this on your page? I've been calling you and I've been on call waiting for the past 2 hours. Who was on the line with you? Who are you talking to? It was Abna. Which Abna? Abna Sugar. Who is Abna Sugar? On TikTok. From where? Where does she live? Then we are going to discuss somebody who is absent. Husband and wife. Let's be careful because gadgets can reduce us to clay. Gadgets. Abna, go ahead and read your messages. I'll come back. Facebook, there are messages on Facebook. I'll come and read it just now.
We have one here from Bachelor. It says a lot of women belittle their husbands because of the little support.
Okay, so he's defining a husband. The husband loses his position because the wife is supporting.
Yes. And he goes to say that he also goes to say that as a helper, if your man is sliding back in life, help him without complaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else do we have here?
Someone,
okay, so I think that's all.
Somebody says a wife. So go up. Somebody says a wife should be a humble servant to a husband, and a husband should be a kind king.
Oh, okay.
I see that one. Yes, there are a lot of messages coming from that area too. And then another one say, I just saw a video. It's interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
I think the video I spoke about. Good. Okay. Yeah. This one says what?
Pastor, please, I want to say a little.
Please go ahead, Nana Sewa.
I want to say something about them. I think the relationship.
Yes, my dear.
Yeah, I just heard somebody's saying his message that the girlfriend don't have access to his phone.
Yes.
But Pastor, if we are frankly speaking, if you are dating with somebody, you have to be transparent.
Okay.
No secretive, because if the marriage, the problem nowadays is the secretive in the marriage. Transparent is not working.
Okay.
Because if Pastor, like me, I'm your wife, and then you have access for my phone.
Okay.
To take, yeah, the same applies to me.
Okay.
If I can't, hide my phone from you, that means there is a little bit, doing something.
Hey.
Not healthy for the relationship, which is not healthy for marriage. So, Pastor, please, these youngsters that they are coming, we have to tell them the facts. Okay. And I'm happy that you are counselor and you are pastor. Please, we have to train them as the Bible has said it, because a lot of marriages have divorced. Meanwhile, the children are in. Okay. So these children will become excuse me to say, vagabond children. We smokers, this thing. So, Pastor, we have to tell them that if you want a relationship, let it be transparent, so that the trust will be there. Because the marriage, without the trust, marriage cannot go forward. A lot of problem is not healthy for the marriage or relationship. Please, I want to come in for that.
Thank you very much, Nana Sewa. Nana, but the truth is that the mobile phone is not for us; it's for you. So let's also know the truth that my phone is not your phone. So if I decide to hide anything on my phone. I don't think as you are talking to me right now, your husband is the one I'm talking to. I'm talking to Nana Sewa. Is that not it?
Okay, if I'm here with my husband, I will tell him that I'm doing this with you. So it should be problem with my husband.
No, I agree, but I'm saying that. No, I understand. But when we talk about trust, trust is not transparency. Transparency is not trust. Because you see, it's my phone, and I'm talking to Nana Sewa, and Nana Sewa is talking to me. All of a sudden, I hear Nana Sewa's husband come to say, "Hello, counselor." It is saying, "Nana say, that is for me infringing on my privacy. I am talking to Nana Sewa and not Kweku Sewa." So we should also learn to know that when it comes to transparency, there is a level of privacy that we need to practice. Bible say, when the Lord God told Abraham, go and sacrifice Isaac, he didn't tell Sarah, go and sacrifice Isaac. He didn't tell Sarah. He went ahead. So there is a level of belief, not trust, that we need to have in a relationship, but it shouldn't cause us to open up. For example, when I'm in my car and I have a phone call, I don't use the Bluetooth in my car, because the one who is calling me is not talking to my family, it's talking to me. So how come when Nana Sewa calls me, then I put it on Bluetooth in the car? Then I tell you, me bacho, who the speaker until the other can be a. Why should I say that? Why should I say that? So I understand where you're coming from. However, we have to learn the protocols. There is a husband, there is a wife, and we've all given the definitions. There are more definitions coming, but I'm saying this, that I don't know why your husband should pick my phone call. Because you are bathing, because you are in the kitchen, because you are driving. The mobile phone has a system that you can even type and say, text, I'm busy. It's there. So under no circumstance should somebody receive the phone call of somebody else to tell the person, I am free or I'm busy.
Pastor, in this case, thank you very much. In this case, something happened to somebody married, and then now the divorce is coming because the woman have the children with the man, and something happened. The woman have to travel, and when the woman came to back, and then a certain woman married in the same family took a month from her son, and then go and give the phone to the woman, the woman husband. So it creates a lot of problem. So in this case, the woman wants to leave the marriage.
I'm coming to Nana Sewa. Nana Sewa.
Issues are happening.
Nana Sewa, I don't understand it. Can you say it again so that we all understand?
I'm saying that in this what you are saying, that means the phone has become problem. So if somebody hold her phone and give it to her children, and then the like two women marriage in the family, one man family, and then the woman went with the children and took the phone and give it to the woman husband. So in this case, the man saw something. Instead of explaining to the wife, he kept it. Later on, the wife came back to the Europe, and then the man said that, oh, I saw something in your phone. That means you are teaching. You have another man after me. And the woman said, no, who took my phone? And said he said that this woman collect the phone from your son.
Okay.
So in this case, something's happened. So it emphasized the man don't trust his wife.
Okay, I get you
because
now.
of what the woman did. So in this case, if the marriage collapsed, the blame is from who?
From the man. Why did you go and look at the wife's phone? Do you understand? And that's why I don't understand why most of you give your phones to your children to play with. I don't understand it.
Yes.
I don't know where that sort of, I don't know where it's coming from. So somebody gave the phone to the child and the husband saw the phone. Somebody gave the phone to the son and their wife saw the. So I'm saying that once you go and find something on your wife's phone, find something on your husband's phone, and you base on that to divorce them, that's okay. That's okay. But I'm saying that this should not cause divorce, because you can see a message on my phone that just pop up. The meaning is to me alone. The fact that we are husband and wife doesn't mean we should use the same phone. It doesn't mean everything they tell me.
Pastor, meanwhile, the woman don't have access for his man's phone.
Because nobody should have access to anybody's phone. Marriage doesn't mean that you can't have your privacy. Marriage doesn't stop you from having privacy. As a matter of fact, in marriage, my friends are not your friends. Your friends are not my friends unless they decide to become my friends. You can't force your friends to be my friends. But if you can have a platonic relationship with them, so to help us build a marriage, that's okay. I'm live. If my wife decides not to come live, it doesn't affect our marriage. It shouldn't. She decided not to come. If she comes to write her opinion. When I close from the show, I don't go back to ask her.
I'm sorry to cut you, but a lot of us don't understand what she said. Can you please break it down for us?
All right, and I'm very happy she's speaking English. And I will insist that she continues speaking. Practice will make man perfect. I know somebody said she should speak Twi. No, my sister, flow in the English. I understand. What she's saying is that, so this is what she was saying. It says that there's a relationship that is going through divorce right now. The husband was in the house and the wife's phone was with the child. And another friend came for the child and took the phone from the child and gave to the husband. And when the husband took the husband saw a statement on the phone saying that the wife is cheating on him. He didn't say anything. When he left Ghana and went to Europe and sent it as an evidence to the woman that this is what I saw on your phone. He said, how did you get the message? He said, when your friend collected the phone from the child and gave to me. And he's telling me that this is what is happening with mobile phone. And I'm saying, why should you people even give your phone to your children to play with? I don't get it. So that's what she's saying. And we are talking about people going into people's phone because they have access when it's open. Me, my senior wife has given me the password to her phone. Every day I forget the pattern. I told her that I will forever forget. I don't know why, even when my wife wants to use my phone to call my mother, she doesn't call my mother straight away. I will call my mother. We will say what we want to say. And then I'll tell my mother that my wife would like to speak to you. So that my mother will know that there's a change in communication.
Yeah.
But there are times that somebody will just call you and say, hold on. The next time you hear, no, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? The fact that you are a wife doesn't mean that there is something that we can always, no way. I don't pick phone calls on Bluetooth. I don't want to do it. Was it yesterday? Someone was talking to me and I can hear from the background. And the counselor was home from Frobian country. Hey, some counselor idiot. Catch and said me, now I'm friend, I'm a friend. I heard what was going on. I didn't respond. Why? Because the one talking to me knows my protocols. Me, as I walk, I'm telling you the sincere truth. When you give me a message to my wife, I don't say it. Men can't. Men can't, because you see, there are times that they give you a message where you saw me. Sincerely, where you saw me is not a place that I've even announced I'm coming. I also came because I was supposed to come based on some circumstances. Then you meet me and give me a message. When you go catch you say me channel, me see I didn't make last time. No, then you get home. If you have my wife's line, why do you follow me with the message? Then your wife is angry. They call a meeting. They say, "Hey, me and come up catch now. Me they didn't grandma me and come up catch now. Who they didn't want me can't hear me. Hey, then not then I ya hunting am person be catch me no. Now buy ya ben and na who no catch. What is this?" So I went to Accra Mall. My wife was pregnant and she wanted to do shopping. Unfortunately, she was too heavy that she can't push the wheel and go around. So I was with my aide, my senior aide, and we got to the place. She decided to sit at some corner and gave the list to my girl, and we're going around and picking. But all of a sudden, I saw one of her workers in one of the aisles, and then she dodged. What's it? Obi-Wan Trinity say that or dodgy a man can. Just like about some 10 minutes. Then my phone rang. When I picked, I started laughing. My wife said, "Hey, one of my workers just said he saw you making shopping for a certain girl in Accra Mall." And my wife said, "Follow them and see what they are buying for the girl." Drama. And she was following us. When we pick this, we pick this, we pick this. You didn't come to buy anything at the mall. You came to be a spy for my wife. And we pick everything in the basket according to the list that my wife has given. Then we finish. So when we finish, then she called my wife and said, they are finished now, they are now paying. Hey, the thing is full. My wife was pregnant, sitting outside. So when she did everything, then my wife was sitting at the house outside there. They said, where are you? Say she's in the mall now. What do you come to buy? Well, I came to check on prices for cake. He said, "Are you buying?" I said, "No, my daughter's birthday, and I have to know the price." So you just came to do window shop, and you're reporting me to my wife. Then my wife said, "Oh, thank you very much. So have they finished paying?" He said, "Yes, but greet him so that maybe he will buy the cake for you." He said, "Oh no, if I greet him, he will know that I've seen him. So it's okay. Let me keep hiding." So my wife said that. Then all of a sudden, I saw her trying to meander behind the tent. I say, "Gladys."
No.
Me, I'm a drama king. I say, "Hey, Gladys, how are you? Is everything okay?" He said, "Yes, sir. Thank you, sir." Sir, Rev, is everything okay? You see, when people think you are doing evil, they want to call you Rev so that you know that you are cheating. "Rev, thank you very much." Oh, I said, "Okay." Then he said, "Greetings to Madam." Oh, I said, "You know, I won't say it." He said, "Yes, sir." You don't respect. You see me, your madam's husband. You are giving me a message to your madam. Do you respect? I didn't say anything. So when she stepped out, then she saw my wife sitting. My wife said, she said, "Hey, Otabie, now Otiha. Hey, so you're with them?" We say, "Oh, yes." So, and I asked my wife, "Why did you let her see you?" He said, "No. If I don't let her see me, she will go to the office and will go and tell people in the office that he saw my husband shopping for somebody and she reported to me. So I should let her see me that I am part of the trade." You see, most of the time, we become like Odunfu Kumfo, who has called you. And from that day, I have never answered this thing before, but I see her as Omanjafo. I see her like she's a wicked person. Even if it's true, I'm buying for a fellow woman. Should you call my wife in that position and tell her, "Who has sent you?" Then when she went to the office, She went to tell the people that my wife is a bad person. She's not anybody that you can report to. So everybody should be careful. Anytime you see the husband in an awkward way, don't call madam. Madam will disgrace you. Because what my wife did was that my wife said she wait. So that when I come, she will greet me. So she waited with me and the aide. We came to meet her. We were going to give. And then she intentionally collected the wheel and said, madam, this one let me push for you and go and put in the car for you. Thank you. Say, hey, this, you see, she didn't know my wife has. What I'm trying to paint to you is that if you want to believe everything you see, you might lose your peaceful relationship. Let there be respect. And they should give you information. This can set confusion at home. Even if it's true, a girl has gotten an opportunity from your husband to do shopping for her. What is your problem? Is it your money? Is it your money? No, is it your money? That my aide at her age is serving my wife. Do you know what that privilege? Do you know what it means? That somebody is helping me do shopping and you are able to pick a phone and call my wife and say, I saw your husband buying things. Are you aware I'm buying for somebody? So you see, and if you are a wife and you don't have respect for your husband, you will approach your husband in a certain way that will start fight at home. Why? Well, let me read some few ones here. Then I come back to you on TikTok. Facebook, you say husband is the head of the family. Thank you very much from Obi Doba. Yes, Obi Doba. Obi Doba says that man must not apologize to a woman unless the man is wrong. The woman even no cry and yet Bonibia or something. I don't retrieve properly, so it's okay. But that's where coming from Obi Doba on Facebook. Dina says thank you. So I'm saying that now we know who a husband is. We know who a wife is. We have just defined the two of them. And all of us, from Nana Sewa, from Abner Sugar, all of us have brought it out clearly that the head of the house is the husband. Do we agree? Or we have other issues about that?
Yeah, I agree.
Good. So if we have established the fact that by the marital structure, if a wife
around, so please speak here.
Who?
Is around.
Okay, and she sent a request.
I don't know.
Okay, when she sent a request, I'll do that. Now, we've all come to a point to believe that the head of the family is that Gifty?
Yeah, so that's it. That's why she's so loud. She's
laughing. Hey, oh, he buy Gifty that bay you. One more sema Gifty. Gifty me. Gifty one me. Sigana amba. Gift number. Where would be? Shedi you. Unkundi. Just by the way, I was just joking. Now let's go. Okay, so Gifty is here. Gifty, thank you for your support. So our conversation is that should a husband apologize to a wife? And we have established who a wife is. And this is coming from Clever. Clever says, you are inspiring and I love your show. Thank you, Clever. Clever, please share the page for me. Dina, share the page to a friend who is having a challenge. The content I can only have on Facebook because somebody said I can do playback on TikTok. I don't know. Maybe I don't have the numbers. But when I finish, teach me how to do the playback because the one on TikTok is very solid for me. But it's difficult to share it back and go and do the lessons that we are learning from it. But we are continuing the conversation. So the issue on Bok is that should a husband apologize to a wife because of something that happens? And we're discussing mobile phone issues. We are discussing issues like that. We've come to a point to believe that the biggest authority in marriage is the husband. And we all say yes. No dispute about it. Now, if I give you a definition of what respect is. Now, the husband must love the wife. The wife must respect and submit to the husband. Is that right? Or there's another thing about it? Is there any change? The fact that you are providing in the house, the fact that you are supporting in the house, the fact that your husband is not being the head, is not supplying what he's supposed to supply, does it change you from being the head and making you the head? That's my question. I'm asking a question. Does the role play as a husband and wife changes because your wife is providing? Does it change?
No, it doesn't change.
Are you sure?
No. Yes, it doesn't change.
You are sure about that?
Yeah.
Because many people have come to the crossroads of their life. Good. It should not change. But there are a lot. There's a story my dad told me that there's a young man who was going through marital challenge, and the father said, "Faunansi from Naya Bema." The wife said, "That was on your day. Na from the Lydia. On penny from no funny." The wife asked, he should put his foot on what ground? The ground is also for me. He should look for his ground to put his foot. Do you understand it? So I'm asking, the fact that your wife is earning more and running the house. I mean, in Ghana, when you marry a nurse, unfortunately or fortunately for you, when they are given a flat, you live inside the flat together with them. So you are living in your wife's accommodation.
Okay, so there's a comment from Yesuba.
Yeah,
it says, no, nothing changes, but some women begin to be immatured, right when she begins to support the home.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So I remember about 10 years ago, I made a statement, and people didn't understand me. Mr. Tikasayato, I said that if your husband gives you money to the market, and whilst we are doing the shopping, the money you didn't have enough to buy salt, cook the food without salt for your husband to eat. Immediately he's eating the food and he calls you, AB, my love, can I see you? Then you come. I think today there's no salt in the food. I say, yes. The money was not up to, so I didn't buy salt. But don't buy salt to cook the food. And whilst your husband is eating and giving comment, hey, Charlie, you are close to his night. Yes. Yes. Say woody a yaude. Uba na can change manka. Na have said you are enjoying it. You are enjoying the money you gave me to the market was not up to. If it's not because I'm smart enough, like will you get salt in the food? When I say the money is not good because of the economy, you don't understand me. Now that you are eating the salt inside, you are enjoying it. The next time I'll buy the salt, you eat without salt. I say, if you will curse a man for eating your food because you bought salt, cook the food without salt, so he will experience saltless food, and next time give you enough to buy salt. Ghanaians didn't understand me. And those in America didn't understand me. They insulted me by their own expression for many years. Today, I saw the video the last time somebody has written behind, this is wisdom speaking. Thank God I'm alive to hear these things. Why do you help a husband who have sent you? Look, me, I don't believe in WWBU. I don't believe in it. I would never allow any of my daughters to marry a struggling man. I won't do it. Even if God speaks, I will disobey God to go to hell. I will give my daughter to a guy who can take care of her.
Very necessary.
Because you see, anytime a woman supports you to stand, you never grow out of their comments. They will constantly disrespect you in higher places. And they don't see it like disrespect. Let me give you an example. And it's painful, but let me tell you. So this man came to the medical block of Korle Bu Teaching Hospital with high BP. And the doctor taking care of the man happens to be my friend. And was asking the man, I will BP there, like we were chatting. Then a yo, would you put your mummy and pay for one Tom Wabo Brave 63 years here. And then I'll be costly. The man was not talking. So then I entered the consulting room. And my doctor friend said, Counselor, this man is a nice man. We spoke and said, maybe I have to give it to the counselor to talk to counselor. The man said, oh, why you? Hey, Counselor Lutrot. You know, there's one thing about me. No matter how you hate me, when you see me, you break down because of the juju I carry. I live in the juju of God, and I will die in the juju of God. Oh no, no matter what you do. So the man just broke down and said, hey, Counselor, why? Hey, meet me show son. When you think I'm saying one benye. Hey, so the man broke down and we're talking. And the doctor, he happened to be the last person in the doctor's consulting room. They were chatting. And then the man said, so what's your counselor? I don't even want to counselor, then you say, no, I'm saying, Eja, doctor say weeping. I say, hey, they are made yummy. Emma, we from Emma. Now I'm saying, oh, that. Now maybe when you video, you say, hey, the man said, I wish I was still going to work. We said, then, I see, me and I'm with you. But me by retirement. Me on buy, but we believe. On young koe de me leave, me BP young kofum. Counselor, obeja to Musa, me I catch me by penya me bani mbubi. And I'm saying, why is your son not respecting you?
Oh no.
They have a house in Abekan, La Paz. Those who know Accra, a nice house in Abekan, and has one in Adenta. And the son was able to tell the father that one Bob da Papa Bia. March, let's say La Paz yeti, Abekan yeti, and no one can say wonderful. So what happened? The wife told the son that the father was too rich, that he could have bought a lot of houses. But because of women, even the nice house in Abekan Junction, if she was not the one who forced him to come and buy blocks to start the building, like they will not have a place like this to sleep. No, my question is, what you are saying is true. You are not lying, it's true. But was it really necessary to tell your son about the father? Because a son that is 30 years was not there, but can tell the father what the mother said. So he says when the son told him, it hurt him so much. And he called the wife and said, Ajwa, what did you tell our son? This issue of you telling me to come and buy blocks here and coming to buy cement, and that's why you have a place. You've told everybody. You told Maggie, you told Charlotte, even our pastor, you told our pastor. When the presbytery came, you are telling them the same thing. That what is it? How much I thought did you buy? You only bought me one trip of sand and I did the rest. Why are you? He said, hey, the woman said, come and see. You're ungrateful. Counselor, you're ungrateful. You should be able to learn to appreciate me. The way I've suffered around you. If not me, will you be able to buy what you have? And if I tell your son to learn not to take your behavior, because if he doesn't check, he will also live without a house. Am I wrong to say it? Is the catechist a devil? He say, hey, from Sunday till Tuesday, he feels sharp pain on the right chest. And that's why he came to see the doctor. My question is, it is not a lie that you force him to come and buy a land. That's what I'm saying, that if you are, look, I encourage every man, if you want to command full respect from a very qualified wife, have everything before you bring them in your life. Sorry, it might not be a good advice, but it's better to have everything before you bring women. Some women, they will lead you to your early grave. How do you tell a man, son, this about the father? Is this an advice? No, you can have a woman talking to the daughter. Adwa, a photo of me on the foul, and me and net, nakami and nest, kesiapa. Me, be beating a mango school. No, now me no sisi so to say, I was a young lady like you. Do you know the way you're looking? You are my photocopy. I was just preparing for my common entrance. And your father, I don't know where he came from, impregnated me, and I've not been, from that day till today, I've not been able to finish my school. And I gave back to you. I don't want you to become the same. My sister, can't you advise your daughter without referring to the father? So when we talk about women not respecting husbands, it is not always that you insult us, but there are some examples that you use us for that becomes disrespect, even though what you are saying is true. Yes, I impregnated where you're going to come entrance, and you give it back to this beautiful girl. You want to use yourself as an example to educate her. Fine. Why do you bring me in? If you know that I am a wrong man for you after impregnating you, why didn't you go? Why have you stayed to kill me? Look, a friend of mine bought a car for the wife. The wife was driving an old car and bought a car for the wife. And the wife told all the friends, made the noise about the car. Unfortunately, they don't know what happened. She was driving the car, and when she got to town in Kumasi, the car halted and they have to take it to Mechanical Lloyd, BMW. And they said there are so many troubles with the car, even though the car is new. So, blah, blah. So they came to a friend's adoring in Accra. And a friend said to her, hey, I thought you were going to bring me your X5 to see in Accra. I said, can't want some nago can minimum come tell me that they move. Kaya ya toma me won't tell me. Me tell me titin kon mu anka ho talk. The husband was standing there. Ka ba ko e to mami. Ochina ne mfi, ochina ne ti, ochina ne hune. Me. Me tell that they mu anka me ba ha. Some the back da. And the husband was just looking at her. So when they finished, the husband said, oh, but your friend asked you just about this car I gave you. Just say, my car is going for servicing. He said, hey, servicing. Is this that you call that one servicing? She's my friend. She's my friend. And is it wrong to tell her what is happening to my car? What is it? Why can't I express myself? You bought a car for me. Is the car not in the workshop? Am I lying to her? Why you sit on my interest? One car you bought for me, as if you bought the world for me. Was I not driving before you got married? The man was shocked. The man was shocked. She ranted and said so many things. So it was the adoring ceremony. So when they were there, the man said, for about 20 minutes after that ranting and noise, they were going for the reception. She didn't see the wife. She would call her, then she would cut the call. She would call her, then she would cut the call. She would call her, she would cut the call. I said, oh, Shehin, he was worried. And apparently, he is not a friend to the family that came, but because of you, that's why he came. Do you know what a woman did? She just picked an Uber and went to their house.
Oh.
Left the man. The man didn't know. The phone call was not going, but kept on with appearances. When he got to the house, he saw that the wife was there. And he said, hey, Nadenaba, if I don't live there, I'll disgrace you. Why do you make me like a child? The man said, hey, what did I do wrong here? So the man took a phone and called the mechanics that the wife's old car that they went to spray to sell, has it been bought? And the mechanic said, no, the old car, nobody has bought it yet. He said, please, wash it. Tomorrow, bring my wife her old car, okay? So went to the wife and said, honey, sorry, I think this car issue. The people said, even the car, nobody has bought the old car. So I asked them that tomorrow, they should bring it to you so that you can be mobile until we solve the problem with the one with mechanical load. Part 2. Oh, I saw it coming. I saw this coming. That you just want to make a mockery of me in front of my friends. But you, I know you not buy me a car. I know. I know you not buy me a car. I know you do it. And whatever happened that the car came, it was my luck. So if you should go back my old car, I'll go for it. It's my car. It's not your car. Let them bring it. I'll drive their old car. Hey. The husband said he didn't know what to say again. Then the next time he heard, he saw a pastor's phone call. Mr. Kobe, what has happened to your husband, your wife? Your wife said you just embarrassed her. Oh, Mr. Kobe, women, you have to have patience for them. Oh, blah, 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 blah. The next one was the mother. Mr. Kobe, na then haba. I just see the muya na the wire the nepa one crown. We would must one crown who do on your hey. The man said he was getting confused with what was happening. And every time they say, so BBNC you. BBNC and so on Freyan. Never pass it with Sierra Yambra and Mumetanasi. Hey, one car matter. Then they call for a family meeting. When they sat for the family meeting, the father-in-law first statement was that, Oba de Owale. And unfortunately, I was in a meeting. Oba de Owale no wo car that dance na be ware na. E ya duma che de Nyankopon de amamu. Enyo ba bia no ba wade ase ode car ba. Na me ba be ye dwumo ye nti. Me gidi say wa ba like telling the man that you've been fortunate to marry a lady who is not troublesome. So where the things are going, he thinks that it's best that these issues are addressed. And the man was sitting, and I was sitting down like that with my cap and my glasses. I was just nodding my head like this. The man spoke, and then their opinion too spoke. Then the catechist of the Presbyterian church where they go, who I expected to speak more biblically wisdom, spoke money wisdom, as if they bought him. And he said, the woman is in pain. So the best thing the husband can do is to just say sorry for the wife so that peace can prevail. Then my animals came. First, I thought I left my animals at home. But when the catechist finished speaking, then I realized I came with the animals. Then I did this. Then he said, wait. You will talk, sir. Wait. We want to address the husband first. I said, but I'm sorry. I am the chiami that came with the husband. The father asked that I come with him. So, never pa, maybe see never pa name. When the answer of Becca Sananka, Mama Yanso Quine. Near kind. Or see you where there. And ya sembia Bema Sreb on the fatcher when a year wa. And Yama baby and a year na can yet mean can bedroom. But them said, he said. Then I saw where the thing is coming from. That the woman has gone to report the husband with some lies. Then hear what the mother said. Oh, talk about Yiria. Car won't pray a cheat and son of the brother. Everybody said and say. And problem car. So ni mama say, and then the father said, "Ja, and you know here can wa ha. Bema bia depend ma oh. Bema bia pe ma. Now and no ya den I now can be man. So now the thing became what my one question. The girl's father and the girl's mother are now quarreling between a side chick matter. Then I said, please, so which woman has driven the car my son bought for your wife? He said, oh yes. My daughter said the day they were bringing the car, a certain lady that he has been warning the husband about was the one who drove the car to the house. So look at the story. When the guy went to come and surprise the wife, when he went to the garage and bought the car. He said he doesn't want to drive the car. So he called one of his workers, or your bower officer. You know, see, or the car ima bema so untria, onim di besi, ni yiri nifie. And so monye ntemye go park car no ofie ho, ni enkata ho in the garage. Unfortunately, when they took the car to the house, the wife has come, but he didn't know. So the gate man opened. They parked the car in the garage. And then the office car brought the lady back to the house. This is the story. And the same lady, the wife has complained that he's sleeping with a girl. So why should that girl be the same person who drove the car to the house? She's not told the husband about it, but has gone to report this to the family. That the reason why the car is not working is because this guy drove the car because he brought the car to her. People, I want to ask so. Me, I don't know. If your husband is sleeping with somebody and a person drives a car your husband has bought, does it bring engine faults to the car?
No.
Are you sure? Now, was it right for the lady to conclude and go and sell the husband to the family?
No, it wasn't right.
Because right now the family has seen your husband as a cheat, a liar, has bought a bad car. And now the catechism says the husband should apologize to the wife so that peace will prevail. So when they finished talking and they said all these things, and I said, sir, it is a curse, and these are my words. I said, it is a curse for a husband who is a leader, an authority, to go down to the level of a wife to apologize. Immediately apology is given, the sanctity and the authority of the marriage has been destroyed. Check your Bible very well. Check traditional laws. Check the physical laws of the land. The head cannot apologize to the little. He's leading. If your leader comes back to say, I am sorry, the journey has ended. So I will not allow my son to apologize to your daughter. If there's anything, your daughter should apologize to the husband for bringing you people here to come and disgrace your husband. Pie. Then I don't know where one of the sisters, aunties, who has pegged me long time. Why? Say counselors or software said then. What's it now then? Who can say, hey, TV so? Hey, what? Oh, God. And I love my friend to the max. All this time, man, he has talanku quietly and has allowed me to operate. The sister was insulting me. She was so angry, and they carried her out of the place. Patient, yeah, she's called Patient too, and she does the patient. Patient, yeah, and and you know there are some tricks some families will do. They will allow you to insult everybody, and then later they will pamper you out. She addressed me, insulted me, made all the things she wants to say in the meeting, and they took her out. I don't know how to get angry, unfortunately. My anger is to change things. So when they finished everything and then they came back again, and then the pastor said, we are sorry for what is happening. This is not what we came for. If the man could have just apologized, like all these tempers will not come. There's nothing wrong. Then he started quoting Bible. Pride begins at 4. Everybody is a human being. The fact that you are a husband, that doesn't mean that you can't do that. Bible says, submit yourself to each other, and whatever is happening, if you say sorry, we'll all get out from this place. A man will know the wife, and the wife will know the husband, and the wife is sitting down. Yeah, can you and we soon now, she's not saying anything. And when the catechism spoke, and I came out and said, Mr. Catechist, you are not a reverend minister. I am authority over you. I'm gazetted. And we have to show powers here. I think we have to begin to show power because some of you don't respect. The fact that you see me as counselor, Lutro, doesn't mean that I am a common chicken for you to play with. It is about family. And I'm representing the father of this young man sitting here. I came here to represent the father, but I'm on authority on marriage, gazetted. What you are saying, will you say this in front of your pastor? You are a catechist. You are just like an administrator for the church. I don't know who sent you here. I don't know who brought you to come and speak. You are not speaking wisdom. Are you still saying that the man should apologize for what? What did he do wrong? Tell me what the husband has done wrong. And I was quiet. I was waiting for them to tell us what the man has done wrong so he can apologize. So I don't know. There's a certain man, Ofrantuma, he was sitting back at the place. M said, he's nobody by financial. The girl's family was very well. I don't want to mention their family's name. Boy, no so do so this man in the cloth came forward. And then they say, Mesra Kasau. Exactly this is what he said. Dear Papa Sofo Kano, move on quite bim. It's your opinion, be a matemante. Na eja wo fie de osra na yiri Boniface san say den na si e fan so te kokoso na esre ni dom for some fan boni nchebe ma ye de anyi se edom na gu metio em se yem penti asiemu na se akoma na akosoro a na ye ne ye baba ne nkasa na ye fa yie ntu yie e san se de ye we de ye kwa yansha na wade ne yebegulu pa the mother spoke na wade ne gu a wana se obi nya bi nwale bi kwatransi wana afre o se be kire wa adwen. Look, let me tell all of you, anytime you see a wife displaying in public, know what the husband is going through. Anytime you see a husband bullying somebody, beating somebody on behalf of a wife, know what the wife goes through at home. So the apology never happened. And they didn't allow the lady to apologize. The meeting came to an end. I prayed and we left it like that. 3 days time, they were in the house and the wife came to the husband. The guy said when he came back from work, he was sitting in the chair there. Then the wife came. Well, I think I didn't do well. I'm sorry. If you were hurt about all the things I've done, I think my parents didn't handle it well. Please forgive me. It was my temper that went up. I am equally hurt like you. And I think that if you understand me, you are hurting me quietly and I don't have the right to talk. So at times, the slightest thing, I come and speak the way I'm not supposed to speak. Please forgive me. It's part of marriage. And I think I'll repeat it again. This was the apology of the woman. My question is, did you do anything wrong whilst we didn't allow the man to apologize? That is my question. It's a long essay here. Let me read the essay whilst I come and take your comment here. It says, ha, Councillor Lutro, mentioning my name. A.B. me. As for the salt, I had a similar experience. I asked her not to put salt, but instead she did, going against my will. Okay, so this one says he had a salt experience. When he told the wife not to put salt, the wife rather put salt. Then Clement comes to say, hey, Amma Bentel to come and say, please don't mind haters. I know haters are there for us. Please, counselor, I like your looks. Is it looks? Look and hey, counselor, I like your focus. Because there's a crack on the phone in the corner there. All right. So my question is now the block. Should the husband apologize because of what happened? Do you think I was too right or too wrong to refuse? And there are many stories I've met. Look, let me tell you, a grown-up person will tell you that when we call for marital conflict, it's not everything we allow the wife to say in public. But look at all the scenario. The one with the BP, look at it. It's true. Look, there's a land in Kasoa, and we are living in East Legon. Honestly speaking, the costs in East Legon a month is $450 a month. And you have to pay 2 years. And when the dollar goes up, your rent goes up. So wife is not wrong in reminding Charlie, can we collect this money and go and finish the house in Kasoa? Is it not a good advice?
Very good one.
But should it be a pressure?
No.
Who is complaining? Am I complaining paying the $400?
No.
I'm not. But you want me to go and live in Kasoa? And my soul is not in Kasoa. I am still paying this rent and I'm not complaining. But everybody must advise me because my wife says that the land in Kasoa must be developed. You can't be giving money to your fellow man. But I'm living in East Legon. I drive maximum 40 minutes to work and I come back in peace. No man should marry a woman. Look, if you want to have respect as a husband, never marry a woman when you are broke. Don't. Listen, if your wife wants to support you, don't stop her from supporting you. But be careful the support you are taking from her, because some women don't have the heart to give respect because they are supporting. I stand on this and say, if you are watching me as a married woman in your life, never once allow your husband to apologize to you. Just like your father. Never allow your father to apologize to you because he has offended you. Don't do so. Never. Or your mother. Never.
Why, please?
Because you see, the order is, it flows from top to down.
Okay.
That's how blessings flows. So when they tell her, once the person is a grown-up is always right. This is your head. He makes the decisions. Your father didn't take care of you. Yes, you didn't know. Growing up, you got to know who your father is after 35 years. Because your mother kept you away from your father. I say this every day. Allow mother and father to do their fight. Remain as a child. Don't go and play the role as a mother or as a father. Let them have their fight. But when they call for a meeting and you say it is not my father who left my mother, like by this time I'm in America. So now that I've met my father, the only way to forgive him is to apologize to me and tell me sorry for what he has done. My sister, you will suffer.
Yeah.
You will suffer when your father apologizes to you. Look. And when he saw the father's nakedness, he cursed him. He saw his father's nakedness. Noah. I was sharing with somebody the last time when I was telling the person I watch. Do you know why? When your wife delivers, they don't want your mother-in-law to come and take care of her. Because my wife can never see the nakedness of my mother. And my mother can never see the nakedness of my wife. It is a curse. There is a hierarchy in the realms of the spirit. When it comes to legal things, there are hierarchies. When it comes to physical things, there are hierarchies and authority. And we've all in this conversation have established that the head of the family is the husband. Why would your head come and apologize to you? And this is what Pastor Ruthie brought the last time and never understood me before we all ended the show and we left. Don't allow your husband to apologize to you. And I'm also a human being. We are all the same. If I do it, they'll say I should apologize. So what is wrong when you apologize? Does it change who you are? No. Be careful. It doesn't change you, but you are not the head. Follow. Follow. And some of us is painful, eh? Even before they do something for the husband, they will talk. There are times they curse the food before we come and eat, but we eat it. We don't know. And I mean, Bremen read the new clampo. So see on the number be banchre. But I say to every man, any man who eats the wise food and say thank you, Jesus, is a fool. If you eat your wise food, the first thing you need to say is thank you, husband. Thanks to your wife. Don't thank Jesus. Don't allow your husband to apologize to you. Well, any comments as a wrap up?
Okay, Counselor.
Yes.
All said and done. In the instance where the husband notices that he's done something that is hurting the spouse, and out of, as it were, respect for the marriage, he decides to render an apology to the wife. Should the wife stop him from apologizing?
Okay. When you say respect for the marriage, can you please explain? Give me a quick scenario, because what happened that your husband is for the respect of the marriage. Can I have some good illustration?
Maybe let's take, for instance, there was an argument. You both said your minds, and then you noticed you went overboard. You said things that you were not supposed to have said.
As a husband.
Now you, as a husband,
okay.
both sides. I mean, you both said things, and then.
Okay.
Just a minute, I'm on phone. And then the man wants to apologize because he said some things that naturally he wouldn't have, but because tempers are high, he said them. Should the wife stop the man from apologizing? Because from what you said so far, it means he should stop the man from apologizing.
Never receive an apology from a husband. It breaks it, because
not even when the man himself would want to apologize.
So let me tell you one of the good things. If a minister of state goes wrong, who can punish him?
Head of state also.
So the appointing officer of your husband will punish your husband.
Okay.
Don't stand in for the appointing officer, so you don't insult the appointing officer. Because what you might think is a mistake, that is why you are demanding an apology, will not be a mistake by an order from above, because above doesn't talk to you. Bible says that, and the Lord God told Moses and his family, Moses should never marry a certain group of women in the book of Numbers chapter 12. Miriam was the sister of Moses, who played the tambourine, and demons will flee. When Moses got married from the wrong women, she came in to accuse the senior brother who was a prophet. What did God do to her? God shut her womb and she became barren. Let me give you another example. David became the high priest by virtue of killing Goliath. And Michelle, the daughter of Saul, was given to David to marry. When David saw the ark of God, David danced as a king and he went naked. The wife was standing upstairs. And when the husband was bringing the joy home, he said, look at you. You say you are a king. You dance naked in front of these girls. What did God do? God shut a womb. Be careful when you are addressing an authority over you. You can be cursed for the rest of your life. Look, it is not an opportunity to give men a right to misbehave. No. When people are leading you, especially husbands, the spirit of husbandry, you don't know where it comes from. Husbands, love your wives. Has Christ loved the church and gave himself? Jesus Christ apologizing to the church for not coming when Lazarus was sick. It doesn't make sense. Lazarus is your friend. Mary, Martha, Mary Magdalene broke an alabaster bottle under your feet. You eat in their house. Then they tell you that your friend Lazarus is sick. You didn't mind. Your friend Lazarus is dead. You didn't mind. Your friend Lazarus has been buried. You didn't mind. 4 days you walk back to that house. You are expecting us to entertain you. That is leadership. When a man is wrong, he knows it's wrong. But he knows who deals with him as a head, not you. And you hurt my feelings. These are wives. You hurt my feelings. And until you are able to handle my feelings, I don't know how to open up to you. Your wife does something wrong, you say it, and she goes quiet. You ask her, hey, it's as if when I'm talking now, he say, yes, so I've come to learn my lesson, so I won't go and say anything that you see I've disrespected you. I want to stay in my lane. Are you a wife? I want to go and say, Samuel, you and your workers, because one day your husband asks your opinion about work and you said something and he said, no, don't say it again. I think I shared a story on one of the shows where a wife was complaining about a funeral has happened and they are taking funeral cloth and everybody is demanding that she buys the cloth for them. And the husband said, honey, buy what you can and just leave the rest. Come and hear the wife. See what you are telling me. If it's your family, will you say that? At the end of the day, people thought that the husband didn't speak well. So the husband should apologize to the wife. And the husband didn't say anything. Got up at dawn and apologized to the wife. As I'm talking to you right now, the woman is sick. I was not there. And I'm not saying this in pride. I didn't know what has transpired. But when they said she's not well, we should pray for her. When I went to her, I told her that the husband's mouth is on her. What has happened in this house? And she told me the story. And I told her, your healing is nowhere than to go back and ask your husband to reverse the apology and apologize to your husband. When she did it, she's a living testimony. She's alive. If she was on the life, you come and write. My dear, to be a wife is one of the most biggest spiritual things that can happen to you. If you can enjoy your slave mentality and learn how to submit, you will enjoy the best of life. I say this every day, that the last thing that I will eat so that I can eat and die or live. If there's a demand on me to be given between my wife and my mother, who will I give it to? I, George Lutrot, I'll give it to my senior wife. I say it every day. I'll give it to her. Look, if my mother and my wife are in a dying state and she says I should save one, I will save my wife. My mother will die and will get money to do a funeral. If there's anybody who must come and save my mother, it's my father who should come and save my mother. I won't lose my wife for anything. Let my wife not choose me. I don't care. No, I don't care. She shouldn't choose me. That's okay. And she's not an obligation to choose me. No. But me, I am under obligation as the leader of that family to make sure that my wife is living well and peaceful. Respect is not reciprocal. Love is not reciprocal. Stop demanding. And you've hurt me. And you've hurt me. And you behave like nothing has happened. I'm also a human being. If you feel hurt, work on your hurt. Don't demand an apology, because when your husband apologizes, that's the end. Oh, you are destroyed. People don't know. So my sister, stop him from apologizing. We are not speaking for men. We are speaking for long life, prosperity. I tell people every day, for the many years I'm married to my wife, I can't remember that we've had a fight before. Yes. I don't know why. Maybe the fight will come. I'm not there. or the day my wife will arrange the fights, I'm lost. That is why I know I have the capacity to marry more women. Thank you for the gifts. I'm telling you, my true no in marrying more women is because I understand this game. Don't allow your husband to apologize to you. Even when you think it's wrong, you continue in your position of accepting to arrange and work on yourself. As you write a book, This thing I've heard this many times. My sister, write a book, write a book. When you launch, nobody will come and buy. Even look at me, I'm doing all this wisdom thing on Facebook. I have only 20 people watching this wisdom. That's what I'm saying, that the content I'm releasing, I know it's a high content, but I can't get it back on TikTok. Your comments are, look at the comment the lady shared. I'll lose it. A good question. How many people are not allowing their husbands to beg them? How many pastors have not called meeting? Look, even if your husband is caught cheating on you, don't receive an apology from him. Don't. Oh, no, don't say that. I feel like some of us are not born to get married, counselor. I just don't get it. No. We are all, every woman was created for marriage. But nobody can marry their rib because nobody has their rib. Me, I've said it and I repeat again. I don't want to know my wife beyond how I know her. Look, there are too many things I've done for my wife, and I'm happy I did it. My wife is not a phone type. So if you are calling my wife and you don't understand her, the phone can ring, she won't pick. And when she come and pick the phone, the first thing is that, hey, you call me, Ooh. You see, you're laughing. And it ends there. Oh, sorry. I said, okay. So what do? I know the time that my wife will get home. So I insisted on getting a landline in my house. So that when I'm looking for her and I call her at home, as she comes from work, she lands and the children will just get, hi, mommy. The phone is in the bag. She doesn't do anything on the phone. The phone is in the bag, so she's going to do church in the night. So I work on the landline in the house. and I make sure the landline is always intact. Because as for the landline, it makes a lot of noise. Krr, 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 mommy, phone call. I had a friend who said he's going to set a camera in his house, and I told him, don't do it. He said, it's not just security. I want to be watching it. I said, don't do it. You can die. You can die. What brought the trouble? So she was calling the wife, and her phone was lying on the bed. And the wife, I think, was thinking about herself. She's not in the mood to pick a call. My wife will get up one day and say, I'm not in the mood to talk today. My wife is watching. I'm just using her for example.
Case study.
You know, my wife will get up in the morning and her face is not in the right mood. And you say, today, I'm not in the mood to talk. Me, those are your things that you can talk every day. My wife says thank you to me because she believes that there's something in me that she doesn't know where it comes from. I can talk. I am a very quiet person, unfortunately. But I can run topics morning to evening. Nothing will happen. So she says today, I don't want to talk. Then once I see her mood swing have come, nothing will happen. Do you know what I do? That's the day I'll ask her questions that she will talk. And she will talk and will speak the best wisdom. And I'll record her. When I'm playing back, she say, I don't like my voice. Oh. But the things I said, so did I say this? I don't know. She's a human being. Oh. She was not born for me. Oh. She was not created for me. But I believe that in my nonsense, she has adjusted to be alive for us. I say, I don't know how many people can marry my wife. Unfortunately for me, when I want to do a surprise party for my wife, it's difficult because I don't even know her friends to call them for a surprise party. Every day I tell her, don't make me your friend. Show me your friends. I tell my wife, I'm not my wife's best friend. No, I'm not. I'm not. I can travel 3 days, 4 days. My wife will not call me. And I think the reason I'm not learning why my wife doesn't call me, I think when I'm leaving the house, I leave too much behind that they don't lack anything apart from prayer. And I think she has been seeing me on Facebook too much, so she doesn't miss me. So a friend of mine brought a fight between me and my wife one day in my head. My wife came to meet me at the airport after a long travel for about 3 months or 4 months. And when my wife came with the children, all the children came to give me a hug. Hey, my wife came and said, hi, buddy, you're welcome. My friend was offended and angry. What's from that? Well, that is my own. And I tell people, if I use my marriage for example, I know that so many people will stop marriage. But you can't marry my wife. Oh. A very melancholy, but that woman is something else. She learned it. She was not born with it. She was not created like that. She hears everything, but she doesn't ask anything. I pray that in these few minutes of 2 hours, 18 minutes of learning, well, somebody just say something. I was forced to apologize to my ex-wife by her dad simply because I want place, and since then I have no. I will make. I will make him more arrogant if he sees his mistake and he does not apologize. Wow. Plenty writing. He's trying to say peace. Oh, okay. Peace. Okay. Peace. Okay. I was forced to apologize to my ex-wife. Her dad simply because I want peace. Oh, okay. And since then, I have no peace. You see? We should think, oh, don't allow your husband to apologize to you.
Counselor.
Hey, Adia Pena.
Hello.
Yes, my dear.
Please, why is it that I think marriage is supposed to be simple? Why is it that we as human beings make things really difficult for ourselves?
Because we are human beings. Because we are human beings. That's why. And
now, some of us don't think. For me, when I calculate the time I have left now, I don't think I'll be getting married soon because marriage, I don't think it's for me.
No, don't say that. I don't think so. Don't say that. Adia Pena, you can not that counselor. You cannot follow. You cannot follow my teachings and don't have desire to marry. Please.
No, it's not about your teachings. I've always said this, and
that's I understand. No, I understand.
I don't follow my teachings.
Me, I understand you, but what I'm saying is that even if you said it 90 years ago, because of what I'm teaching by now, it should affect you to have the desire to marry. Even fall in love to come and marry me is good. Love marriage. Marriage is good.
Counselor, if I'm going to get married, that means that person has money that I can spend it on whatever I want.
Marriage. So let me tell you one of the good things. Marriage is not getting a man who can give you money to spend on anything that you want. It's marrying a man who can give you money to spend on things that are needed in the marriage. For example, buying you a car is not part of the marriage deal. It's not.
No, I'm not going to look for a car from.
Going to Dubai every 3 months is not part of the marriage plans. Going for your birthdays in Abu Dhabi is not part of the marriage plans.
That will be the only reason why I'll get married.
So before you get that reason, you yourself go to Abu Dhabi and have a birthday party. You yourself buy a business class, spend that money on yourself so that monkeys can play by sizes. But never go into marriage thinking that you are going to get money to do everything that you want to do. Some of the things, once they are unnecessary,
I'm not getting married.
So you have to get married because Adia Pena, you are too beautiful, you are a woman, and you have to produce children for the world. Don't waste what God brought you.
I have plenty siblings.
Are they your children?
I'm even an auntie now.
Are they your children?
I'm even an auntie.
Are they your children?
No.
Are they your children?
No.
Don't you feel ashamed you don't have your own child?
No, I don't.
You should feel ashamed, my dear. Your ex must not go wasted. Love marriage. It will add value to you. It will add respect even after divorce. Marriage is sweet.
What if a woman doesn't get married?
You have failed God.
Mean that
you have failed God.
Is not valuable.
You have failed God. Your value is not. God created you for marriage, and that's all. The reason why woman was created for marriage.
Then he should have just married me from the beginning when I was born.
If God could have given you husband, if God could have given you that husband direct, and you were married to me, by this time you'll be looking for Evans to marry you. He did it to Eve.
But anyway,
you will get married. I'll be at your wedding everywhere you are as a sweet friend. I love your spirit, your hard work.
I hope so.
You will live long and you will come and marry. You'll be one of the biggest female that will have the sweetest marriage with no problem. As far as the school of marriage and relationship is concerned, you will definitely get married. There is a man who's going to look for you. Is that right? One of the female biggest problem equals to I don't know the best age to get married. The best age to get married as a woman is when you are above 28. It's a good age. A man must be older than you 3 years minimum, 7 years maximum. A man must marry after 30. Depending on your issues, don't marry before 30. Work hard. Enjoy your singleness before you get married. Travel everywhere you want to go. Sit in the business class. Go and have parties in Dubai. Go to Greece, Abu Dhabi, Israel. Enjoy. Yes, my lord.
Dubai is underrated or sedate.
Oh no. Dubai is do and buy. When you enter there, you do and buy. Apart from Dubai, where do you do and buy again? France. Is a continent for doing and buying. I mean, spend your life, enjoy your singleness, go out alone, sleep in the best hotel, buy the best car, live in the best community, enjoy your singleness, so that you attract your kind. So that you can attract your kind. Don't wait for a man.
Those who are married.
Don't wait for a man. Don't wait for a man to enjoy that which you want to enjoy. Enjoy it with or without a man. So when we marry you, we already know what you are enjoying, and we can help you continue to enjoy it. Don't come and learn how to eat eggs because you are a wife. No.
Some people don't know how to boil water.
Please don't come as a wife. Finish learning how to boil water. Because your mother say, "Bekan switch krana asiashi mesira mengu mas." Why? Well, thank you all very much. We have run over again, but it's been good. AB May says, counselor, it will take a few women to group and totally understand the level of spiritual teachings you are giving. Thank you, is right. But I believe that one day they will come over it. Counselor, how then can a husband make up for a wrong action? How can a husband correct, bring peace, and make up again for that wrong deed if there is tension between the wife and the husband? That's a very good question from Facebook. Depending on what I've done, that I feel there is tension, I'm going to work on myself. I might not reverse it, but I'll keep the home. I think it's better for you to also relax it. Some of you become too rigid. Even when the man is coming, you're still holding back. Once you slept with somebody, I will never allow you to touch. Don't use the word never. Once you are able to make this male organ go to another person, like you won't touch me again. Don't do these things. So I'm back. I have let go. Let's continue the marriage. You sleep and turn your face to the wall. If I make a mistake and touch you, there's going to be fight. How do we blow peace? Some of you give warnings. The only way I'll give you chance to touch me is to delete the girl's number from your phone. Is to stop the girl from calling you. These things, they are easily done. My first girlfriend, her number is in my head. It's not on my phone. So I can delete the number from the phone. And I don't want to see you talking to her again. Please, I can't stop talking to her. I only stop talking to her when she does something to me, not because you say so. The same applies to wives. I can't stop you from talking to somebody. What has the person done to you? Some of our requests is difficult. But when a man is making up, see it as a form of reforming their apologetic behavior. Wako wabontin, enti den. Ono bi akoda, enti den. How do you feel? Forgiveness and unforgiveness are two different things. Unforgiveness is when you have a gun loaded with bullets, hoping that the guy who is hurting you, when he's passing, you shoot him. But immediately he gets closer to you, you turn the gun on yourself and start shooting yourself. Like me, you hate me, you don't want to see me, and all of a sudden, you go on TikTok. Here comes Counselor Lutot, handsomely dressed in the best shades, the best dress, Clara foam, or Cambro Funky Tree Kankai. No, when he be on the table, me who never come about pet. But what's happening to me? I don't feel it. Let's give room to forgiveness. Even though you won't forget, give room for forgiveness. And I think that is how you can approach your husband's apology. Husbands, when you are wrong, act it. Act it. Kojo Prince, you are late. We are closing. Thank you all very much. 2 hours, 31 minutes. I think it's worth it. I don't know how to get my content on TikTok. If you know how to do it, tell me. Somebody say playback. How do I play back? I don't know how to do it. Teach me. Facebook, thank you for coming. Abi, Akia Doreen, thank you. Can we do a minute of giftings? Abna will always say we should learn how to gift when we are living, so that we support each other. I want gifting munyedu. Near Fanto data. One farm Banswa or Chinanso will be here for the School of Marriage and Relationship. Thank you for coming. Anita, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Nana Sewa, thank you very much. The things you said today, they are deep. And Adia Pena, thank you. Abna, thank you so much. It's late at wherever you are. It's 9:49. We started from 6:26. The boy has done well. Thank you for the teachings. We'll get to you on the next episode. Thank you so much. I'll pick it on the next episode. Thank you for being here. Facebookers, thank you very much. Doreen, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Clement, thank you for coming. AB, Clever, and Obi Doba, thank you for being here. And who again? Thank you, Dina Osei. Thank you, Mrs. Lutrot. Thank you, Jane Anama Santua. And for those of you who watch after, remember, never allow your husband to apologize to you. No matter how arrogant you think you are, when you are wrong, you learn to apologize to your husband. And the funny thing is that when you are wrong, you apologize to your husband, he doesn't forgive you. God will punish him for not forgiving you. You see how the thing is? Because as Christ gave himself to the church, Christ is under obligation to forgive us our sins. So when my wife hurts me, I have no option than to forgive my wife. It's painful to be a husband. I pray that God will give all of us the heart to become husbands. Bless our handiwork. Give us money to take care of this beautiful woman we're going to marry. The Bible says, for he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. I pray that in this month of October, a month of divine favor, God will cause husbands to have favor. Husbands to have favor. Whatever it takes to take care of your wife, may God give you, so that I'll see you smiling, because your wife is not a burden over you, but you are a blessing to your wife. Those who are looking for husbands, may God bring you right husbands. Wives, right wives. Those who are looking for children, may your children not come and become a burden in the marriage, but become a blessing in the marriage. Whatever your heart is desiring for, I pray to the Lord of hosts, the answer of a secret prayer God, to answer you and give you your heart desire. Till I see you again, be at the top so you can become the topic. Whatever it takes, remain your head up, because there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Good evening, good morning, good night. Thank you for all the gifts. I'll see you again. Bye-bye. And like I said, those of you who can teach me how to play back my TikTok, I want to learn it. Anybody available should just get in touch with me.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.